Hello again. Today I will be doing a review of the 2012 Scion XB. It has a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine with 158 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. This particular model has 176,626 miles on it, and it runs great. I'd like to thank Gladstone Auto Sales for allowing me to review their vehicle. If you are in need of this or another used vehicle, check them out. They're located at 7406 North Oak Traffic Way in Kansas City, Missouri. Alright, well, I'm going to do an overview today of the Scion XB. And this model has 176,600 miles on it. I took it for a test drive and it runs really well. And then of course the Scion is basically a Toyota. They just were marketing toward the younger generation when they came up with the Scion brand. And when this car came out in 2003, which was part of the first generation, that was an era where they were making the box-shaped cars. It was in competition with the Nissan Cube and the Kia Soul. And of course, the highest year of sales for this car was 2006, which was about 61,000 units. And from there, sales just declined. I do like the second generation more than the first generation. I think it looks real nice. I've always wanted one of these cars, and I never bought it. But I wish I would have. But I always got something else instead. But this is a front-wheel drive car. Has 158 horsepower and 165 pound-feet of torque. And it gets going. It's got a lot of pep to it. And it gets you out in traffic. I was very impressed by that. So let's take a look at the inside. And on the door, you've got a combination of some hard plastic and a soft fabric here, and hard plastic again. And also on the door, you have a cup holder for putting a bottle of water, etc. Actually, that's a pretty good size cubby there. And looking at the seats, it's a fabric. It's a nice looking fabric. And coming on the inside, you have hard plastic all around. They did put some little design on there, which helps it not look so bland. And there's cubby holes all around. And there's a little storage area here, which is nice. And it's getting warm. I'm going to go ahead and start the car up. All right. So on the dash here, actually looks pretty nice. I test drove the first generation years ago, decades ago, but I don't remember exactly the position of everything. I know the tachometer was more so in the middle, which was annoying. And this is, I think this is almost in the middle, but not exactly where it's annoying. I think it's the size of the gauges. You can see everything very clearly, and it is an eyesight, so I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, you've got that, and the time and the temperature over here. Yeah, so very nice. Coming to the steering wheel, nothing on here special. Just control the volume of your music, change your stations. That's what you've got. So a small, very small steering wheel actually. Coming over here to the radio, it's a Scion radio. It sounds all right. It's a Pioneer. Didn't have any problems. You know, I did notice that this knob here seems a little extremely light. But this is, you know, this is not an expensive car. This is, but I did notice that. Oh, power. Okay, I got to turn on the power first. So yeah, so radio doesn't sound bad at all to me. I won't go into all these other knobs. I think there's the programming of stations, etc. Looks like there's a button here that talks about a iPod USB port, and also it does have a CD disc player. So for those people who still have those, I have a handful. So that's cool. And the gauges are big, where you can see them as far as controlling the temperature and the speed and etc. Now on the gear shift, this shape is a typical Toyota design here, and you know, if you want to go in manual mode, you can put it over here, and then when you look up, you can change your gear. All right, so let's try it now. Yeah, there you go. It goes up to 4 gears there. So you can do that if you choose to. Coming over here to the armrest, it's nice it has it, and it's one that's shared with the driver and the passenger. It's padded with fabric, but it's pretty, it's kind of hard underneath. So, you know, if you're going to have your elbow on there for a long period of time, it's going to get sore. Now, this looks as if it moves. I wasn't able to move it. I don't want to, this is not my car, so I don't want to push too hard, but I didn't see any levers to move it backwards. But it looks as if it has an area to put items. But again, I couldn't figure out how to open it or to move it back, and I don't want to break it, because I do not want to pay for it. But it does have cup holders. It's got 2, and they're out of the way. And underneath there's another cubby hole for miscellaneous. Now, regarding the glove compartment, it appears to be damped. It's a decent amount of room in there. Although, looks like this paperwork. Oh, okay, they've got receipts from when the car was serviced. Well, that's great. That is good. It's like everything that was done on this car, they've got paperwork for it. So that's great. So whoever's going to be buying this car, you can see the history of repairs. So that's awesome. It's rare. You don't see that ever. So that's nice. All right, you know, on the ceiling, you've got the you got the lights, map lights for the passenger and drivers. Now there is, it's interesting, there is some slots up there, almost as if it's I know on my Buick that represents sound dampening on the vehicle, but I didn't read that this vehicle had that, so I'm not sure what that is. That's interesting. And there's another mirror overall for the car. So I'm going to get in the back seat so we can see what that's like. The position I'm sitting in now is great, and so let's check out the back. Right. And it's pretty roomy back here. I am 5 feet 10, and I can sit behind myself. And these are my knees. I have enough room. It's not rubbing against it at all. It's close. It's close to it, but it's not rubbing against it. So let's close the door. And speaking of the door, it is the same material as in the front, which is plastic and fabric combined. And it's got a little cup holder there. So let's see. Yeah, when you sit, for a small car, when you sit back here, it seems bigger than what it is on the outside. Yeah, it really does. Now let's see, what do we have here? It looks like an ashtray. No. Okay, it's a cup holder. Let's see how this works. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. So there's cup holders for the passengers. That's a very, very unique design, how they did that. You got to be careful with it because it appears to be kind of fragile. Let's see. How do I? Okay. Yeah, that's nice. It has that. And the door here, it comes up high, which I actually like. I think I read that some people found that to be claustrophobic or something, but I like it. I like how high that comes up. And these wheels are 16-inch tires, is what they are, for the 2012 XB. Okay, so to open the trunk, you just put your hand here and push on this little button type thing, and you just pull. And I've got some items back here, some equipment back here, but this is 21.7 cubic feet of cargo area. And of course, you let the seats down, you'll have even more. I'm going to take my items out so that you can see what it looks like without all my items in the back here. All right, so this is what the XB cargo area looks like without my camera equipment in the back. Yeah, lots of room. Lots of room. Again, 21.7 cubic feet. There is a light back here, so when you dealing with your items at nighttime, it's got that, so that's great. And it's got some little cubby holes if you want to put something like car shine items or something like that. Now, this vehicle does have a spare tire, and what you do is you twist the knobs here on each side, and then you lift up, and there is a little tray here to put more items, so that's convenient. And you've got your jack over here, and you've got another little area over here for some more items. Now you lift this up. It's very light, it's foam with some insulation underneath, it looks like. And then there is your spare tire. So that's nice that it has that. A lot of cars don't have spare tires anymore. Now, of course, this is 2012, so that's a different time. Yeah, so just put that back, and then you just lock it back in place. Let's see if we can let the back seat down. So I'm thinking, okay, yep, push that button up there and just push it. Now, of course, the front seat is in the way. Let's see if we can move the front seat so we can let that down. Okay, so I moved this front seat forward so that we can let the back seat all the way down. And so if you want to carry or haul something, pieces of furniture, shelves or whatever it is. You've got a lot of options. I'm not going to let that other side down. But it's interesting, I did notice that when the back seat is down, it does move this hump up a little bit. So I don't know if that will get better once this seat is down as well. I'm not sure. But anyway, regardless of that, you still have a lot of room. The 2012 Scion XB has a 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine with 158 horsepower with 162 pound-feet of torque. The first generation XB was from 2003 through 2006. The second generation is from 2007 through 2015. The XB comes with a 4-speed automatic or a 5-speed manual. Both versions are front-wheel drive. FuelEconomy.gov reports that miles per gallon is reported to be 22 miles per gallon in the city and 27 on the highway and 24 combined. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety gives the XB a rating of good overall. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports 4 recalls for the 2012 Scion XB. Frontal airbag inflator may explode as of October 2019. Passenger frontal airbag inflator may explode as of January 2019. Brake hose may rupture, causing loss of braking as of September of 2018. And passenger frontal airbag inflator may rupture as of January 2017. Consumer Reports gives the XB good ratings with no reports of problem areas. Consumer Guide reports of excess oil consumption for the model years 2011 through 2015. The 2008 and 2009 models have problems with the front seats and check engine light due to faulty wiring harness. The 2008 model shows problems with the battery and excessive draw. Well, that concludes my overview of the 2012 Scion XB. Know that on vehicle recalls, you take the vehicle to the dealership to be repaired for free. Remember to do your research prior to the purchase of any vehicle. Which auto will you choose on your next purchase? Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. You all take care.